There exists a curse in Genshin Impact, and no, it's not the fact that perfect artifacts are doomed to be horrible, but it's a curse that haunts two types of characters in the game. The first, any character with tan skin. Yeah, that's right. If a character shows up with even a hint of melanin in their skin, on top of being a female, they're doomed to have horrible kits. The second curse being the element that reflects the same skin tone, and that's going to be Geo. Whenever one of these characters spawn in Genshin Impact, one must flip a coin. The fate of that character is based on that coin flip. The fact that Xilonen has any skin tone automatically makes her a target for a bad rep as well. You see, one thing's for sure, her design is amazing, and she will definitely be appealing to many people. And so was Dia, but we see how that turned out. If we really want to take all morality out of this, however, we can just speculate that maybe Hoyoverse is just really bad at designing defensive characters, and that is true without a doubt. With all of that being said, Xilonen is looking to be a very good character, and while her kit design isn't perfect, she will elevate many teams to their peak. My name is Void Enigma, and I'll be explaining how Xilonen might break not only the tan skin curse, but the Geo curse as well in Genshin Impact. Xilonen has a unique kit and functions as the first actual Geo healer. We do have the likes of Noelle, who is required to be on field to heal, and Goro, whose healing is atrocious and requires C4, as well as someone like Prototype Amber Ningguang. But she is the first character who can actually sustain the entire team with her off-field healing. It doesn't end there though, because she offers massive buffs to the on-fielder, which is on par with Kazuha, without the swirl shenanigans. Geo was always in a weird spot, because while each element is known for something, Geo is all over the place. Geo was thought to be all about having mono Geo teams that dominate the battlefield by buffing Geo and defense to the moon. And that's what the Itto team was for a time, but with the release of Navia, that changed things. Even so, a dream for Itto teams is synergy with Furina, and Xilonen doesn't provide that. It sucks that Itto is tied to Goro and Geo in general because of C6 Goro, and it'd be great if you could have a rainbow team to take advantage of other buffs that non-Geo teams can have. So, while the Furina Itto team may not be a thing, I've been diving into Marvel Strike Force, and honestly, it's been a blast. Marvel Strike Force is a free-to-play mobile squad RPG that lets you build your ultimate team of heroes and villains from the Marvel Universe. I mean, just look at this squad that I've got going on right now. The best part is the endless team combinations. You've got iconic characters like Iron Man, Spider-Man, Venom, Deadpool, and so many others. And here's the cool thing. If you're a new player, you can unlock 17 characters in the first 30 days. Yeah, 17. So you'll be running missions, unlocking gear with some of the biggest characters in Marvel's movies, TV shows, and comics in no time. There's always something to do in this game. You've got the campaign missions, and there's also the PvP modes like Blitz, Arena, and Alliance War, where you can test your skills and see how your squad matches up against other players. And trust me, getting to fine-tune your team strategy is part of the fun. Plus, Marvel Strike Force is constantly updated with new content. Halloween is coming up, and they've got you covered with a ton of rewards. Enter promo code HALLOWEEN to get 100 shards for Zombie, Iron Man, and many other freebies. It doesn't end there though, because this month, the highly anticipated Agatha will be released in celebration of the D+ show. You get Agatha for free from the login calendar, along with tons of other characters and costumes from the Marvel Universe, such as Blade and his team of Night Stalkers. So if you're a Marvel fan, or you just love a good strategy game, you're going to want to check this out. Use the link in the description or pinned comment to download Marvel Strike Force and start building your dream team today. Trust me, once you start unlocking characters and battling in the different game modes, you'll get hooked. And thank you, Marvel Strike Force, for sponsoring this video. So back to the concepts of a Furina Itto team. They strategically crafted Xilonen's kit to not allow her to work with Itto, which is very unfortunate. Itto needs 2 Geo units, and Xilonen needs 2 units who are not Geo to actually heal. And sure, her healing is for one character only, but if a healing bonus Bennett can make things work, then I'm sure that the same would work for Xilonen. Now, you may be thinking, just use Itto, Xilonen, and 2 other non-Geo units. Well, you're forgetting the best Geo buffer in the game, and that's C6 Goro. I guess old units can't have nice things, huh? On the whole, however, Xilonen is just what a character like Mualani and Neuvillette wants. A massive buff that doesn't require swirling, a long uptime, and on top of all of that, some healing? Yeah, she's gonna be a more convenient Kazuha for the foreseeable future in those teams. So you're telling me, she is both tan-skinned and a Geo character, her kit is not dysfunctional, is Hoyo really putting their best foot forward? And on top of all of that, for natlan characters, the new artifact set will buff them to even greater heights. She is truly a great unit for any rainbow team, and her ceiling might be lower than Kazuha, but the ease of use will bring her to just that peak potential. But that doesn't fix Geo as a whole. Actually, she doesn't help Geo at all. Geo was the poster child for defensive units, and while Xilonen is defensive scaling and offers great utility for the team, she does nothing for the current Geo characters. For Navia, there are much better crystallized units such as Albedo and Shiori, so why would you really use her? She can fit in a Navia team, don't get me wrong, but it's just not like an optimal fit like a glove. It's sad that Geo as a whole is in the state that it is, but it's just the case when you put so many restrictions on Geo teams. Navia needs a lot of crystallized applications, and Ito with the Geo Bros are needed for a smooth experience. This basically means that there is little to no room for new characters making them better unless they are direct power creep, such as the case with Shiori and Albedo. Now don't get me wrong, those teams still perform quite well, but if we talk about premium teams requiring premium units, then they fall into the same category of characters like Xiao, and Furina massively buffs Xiao as well. Yet, Navia and Ito can barely use Furina because of their restrictions. Well, Navia can, but Ito definitely can. Nonetheless, Xilonen will have a great impact on the meta, and she will make rainbow teams easy. She can easily provide a Viridescent buff to 2 elements with ease, and all you need to do is give her some field time at the beginning of the rotation to do so. When using characters like Neuvillette and Mualani, or any Vape team or reverse Vape team in general, the biggest problem is buffing both Pyro and Hydro. The same applies to all Pyro carries, but they can more easily get away with it. The issue with the Anemo buff and Shred in general is, however, the uptime, which is as little as 8 seconds. And while Kazuha can extend that buff by using his burst, you really only have a few seconds of uptime with both elements being buffed fully with Anemo. It's more engaging gameplay to do so, but it's very frustrating because so many things can factor into this and it's not very easy to set up, like multiple enemies versus single target, or just general ping or combat issues in general to begin with. Xilonen can skip all of that, so this is a good plus. By existing and doing a few things on field, she can buff 2 elements on the team massively. The elemental resistance shred is nothing to scoff at, and all she needs to do to activate it is hit something a few times, and then bam, it's active for the whole team. No double swirl shenanigans, no time to set up reactions, it's instantly 2 elements buffed to the same potency. Now, remember how I said that she doesn't work with Ito and Navia well? Well, her C2 gives her massive buffs, like insanely powerful buffs for each different element. If you're not Anemo or Dendro, then you get this for almost free. Hoyo sure loves their Constellation plug, but you honestly don't need it because she is very functional at C0. Ah, the coin finally landed on heads and a tan-skinned character gets a good hit. I wonder if Hoyo learned how to make defensive characters, or they took into consideration what happened before and made adjustments. I still can't forgive how they treated Dia because she really got the worst out of it, and I hate the fact on how things turned out for her. I really don't want to pull for Xilonen because it reminds me of what Dia should have been. Xilonen has some on-field presence, she has some good buffs and synergies, her buff durations are actually useful. Man, Xilonen took everything that Dia wanted. This just goes to show how Hoyo is allergic to fixing their mistakes and instead move forward to make new characters better. While this is a very sound strategy, for all of the people who love Dia, Candice, and Xinyan, this is just disturbing. We can at least hope that these tragedies never repeat itself, and for PR purposes, Hoyo will make sure that it doesn't happen as well. They got away with the 4 stars being Candice and Xinyan, but Dia was the straw that broke Dvalin's back. So, are you all going to be pulling for Xilonen in light of all of this? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, as it really helps the channel and it helps me see your support. This has been Void Enigma, and until next time, Enigma out.